Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is Sean, and I'm here with a little more training videos. Been playing for about 2 weeks now. I haven't played in 25 years, as everybody knows, and been working on my serve and having a problem with my toss. Like I was saying, it's because of my shoulder, you know. So I'm gonna work on that. And I've seen some videos of my man over there, Nikolai, Intuitive Tennis, showing different styles of serving and how to train and, you know, get back in shape and all that stuff. And that's awesome. He's doing good work over there, and I appreciate guys like that out there to teach people. You know, they take time out of their life to go out there and make videos for people to learn and to get into tennis and play tennis and have a good time doing it. So you know, don't be hard on yourself. Like I say, I'm just getting back into it. I used to play at a high level years ago. I'm not trying to compare myself with anybody else but myself. So I'm working on the things that I need to do to try to play in a tournament in December. So I have this big club here, my friends, the Wilson Profile 110, and I have a couple smaller versions of this racket, and that's the racket I used to play with, because my strokes aren't real. Like, you'll see all these people with all this exotic top spin, and you gotta hit the ball like this. Basically, the two things you need to do in tennis is, first, you want to find out what kind of grip you have, and I suggest you start off with a, you know, an Eastern grip to learn how to hit tennis balls correctly. And then second of all, you want to keep your eye on the ball at all times when you're doing stuff. That's number one. You know, your serve, on hitting ground strokes, and then whatever ground strokes that you feel comfortable with. If it's taking the racket back like this and hitting with a bunch of top spin, or if it's just bringing the racket back and hitting through it, you just want to try to hit as clean as possible and fluent, you know. And you're always going to play people, you know, especially around here where I live in Port Orange. I call them hackers, and these people don't hit a straight shot. They hit shots like this. You know, that's like a drop shot, but they'll hack the ball. Everything will be like that. You won't get a straight shot. So when you're playing people like that, and you play people that are, you know, hackers, you know, all they do is slice it and hack it. It's hard to, you know, I'll show you. You hit a ball like that, it's hard to, see how it drops like that? It's hard to set up a shot where you're gonna hit through it, you know, and hit through the ball cleanly. So even though you're practicing different things, running and hitting through the ball, you want to practice placing the ball and then gradually use power. And you let the racket, you know, let the racket do the power for you. Oh, look at this flat ball. Wow. Anyway, yeah, you want the racket to do the power for you. You want to be able to, like I say, that's some of the things that how that when you play them hackers, will hit balls like that. You're ready to tee off on it and try to hit down the court and do proper tennis, and you're playing people that hack the ball. So practice, when you're practicing, practice taking the ball low. Sorry about that. Practice taking the ball low, and you practice guiding the ball to whether or not from side to side. And that's how you would be the hacker, okay? And you can't beat them with power. You have to beat them with strategy and placement. So, and then when you play people that play similar style than you know, as you do, hitting the ball flat or correctly and be able to rally with them, that's when you develop strategies of, you know, using power, but let the racket do the work for you. And as I said, this thing's a club. I'm used to playing with a much smaller radius, so I'm going to show you how we, you know, practice on how I practice and what I learned from pros, how to cut the court in half and practice your toss. Get the ball in play. And a good game to play is if you got another person. If you got another person to play, is you take cut the court in half, like you say, and one person would be playing over there, and you just practice hitting the ball to them, you know, and then they'll hit it back to you. Look. like if you watch the old timers, like Jimmy Connor, John McEnroe, he's got what you call a continental grip. And to explain how this works out again, this is the tennis racket. It's got 8 parts to it. The first part is up here. The second part right here would be called a continental grip, if you was to hold the racket like that, and that's how you hold for serves. And then right there on the third spot is called an Eastern grip, and that's where your knuckle lines up, and that's pretty much where I almost have it, but I got like an Eastern semi-Western. And then right there, if you're holding the racket there on that part, that's a semi-Western. And then on the bottom of the racket is a Western grip, and that's what they used to use to teach kids that get high balls so you can drive the ball. It's easier to hold it like that if you're driving it up high, but it's hard to hit low shots. So like I say, an Eastern grip is probably one of your, the best way to start off playing. And then if you do use a continental grip and you want to use that grip, which a lot of pros on the tour don't do, there's only a few of them that do, just practice hitting the ball, straight through the ball, but load up, use your legs, and drive through the ball, no matter what style you use. You have to use your legs. Tennis is made, as a leg game, and fitness and endurance is how you win out here, So, as I say, I throw the ball around 12 o'clock, and I have a continental grip on my serve. So we're just gonna work on, and there's a wind today, there's a nice little wind, thank goodness. And that'll teach you too. I just hold the racket, throw it in there like that, put the spin on it. And if you use the spin, like I say with the continental, you can't aim over there to hit the ball, because when you hit the ball, you're hitting it on the side. You have to aim it over here, and the ball will go over there. That's how you practice your toss, and that's what I gotta work on, folks. That was behind me, and I sometimes do that when I throw a kick serve, which is not good. I should be throwing it at 12 o'clock every time. I used to be what you call a baseliner, but you play from the baseline, and that's where all your, where you usually go. But I've changed my game. I'm changing my game to serving and volleying because of my injuries and how I have to play to be competitive. So. That's just a slice and kick serves, but when you hit flat serves, you do the same thing. You use your wrist. Bad toss. But want to take some pace off the ball until more go into the box. Then you gradually work it out back here. Move the camera around a little bit so I can see my serve back here. I already got videos of myself playing from the front. So we're gonna see what it looks like from behind. This is so flat. Can't even hit the damn ball. That's too bad. That's not good. Damn shoulder, man. No excuse though. Shoot yourself to toss it up straight in front of me. I wanted to go out wide like that, and that's good. At least I hit it to where I wanted to. Damn, these balls have seen better days. They have seen better days. I didn't get a chance to change my t-shirt. I don't usually practice in tank tops. When I get the smaller racket too, it'll help me out with control. Back is a little sore. Well, it's actually a lot sore, but it's okay. Just trying to simplify things. The toss is what's the problem, so that's what we're working on really. Short balls, I actually have to try to crush them. You want to place the ball down the line. That's better. Big dents in the court. You see them because it's so hot. It's so hot down here. It actually cracks the court. The court's got to be surfaced. Uh-oh. There we go. toss it into the corner. Fast. When you get a hacker, or just return a favor to them. I have pretty decent drop stops and play on play, but bullets. Yeah, not too bad. It's a little hot out here, folks. We're not doing too bad though. Whoa. Wow, it's so hot out here. definitely got some footage to look at. Some of the tosses were where I wanted them, and some weren't. So it's just consistency, folks. So it's a little video that I'm doing. So we're gonna learn, get through this together. So I appreciate everybody watching, and we'll do some more with ground strokes and stuff. I'm working on getting a tennis ball machine, and that's what's gonna help us, believe it or not. Just being able to hit ground strokes and being consistent. But right now we're not doing bad, and it's a good couple of minutes of getting a toss in the air, hitting through the ball, working on some little ground strokes. I'm hitting left-handed a little bit too, because working on my two-handed backhand. So I appreciate everybody watching, and as I say, you are a special person. God made you in his image and likeness, and God loves you, and so do I.